Hey everyone, and welcome back to Color Me Conway. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a show that I just recently finished called XO Kitty on Netflix. It has 2 seasons. I think it just got renewed for a 3rd season. I started watching the show because I heard that there was a gay relationship in the show, and that always piques my interest. So I gave the show a try, and I want to talk to you all about if I thought it was good and if I thought it was actually gay. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with, is it good? I'm gonna try to do this with as few spoilers as possible, but just to briefly give you a sense of the show itself, is it follows a teenage girl who moves from Portland to Seoul, South Korea to attend an international school that her late mother attended. And you are following her throughout the series, navigating friendship, relationships, school, and everything in between. Is the show good? If you look at reviews on the internet, I would say no. It is not seen as a good show. And with that, it sort of reminds me of Emily in Paris for high schoolers. Kitty, who is the lead in the show, does not seem to have a good sense of Korean. She does not know a ton about the school or cultural norms. She sort of just throws herself into the school and everyone sort of adapts around her, which I think is very similar to how Emily in Paris navigates their story. So in that regard, I don't think the show is great, because as much as I will also binge watch Emily in Paris because sometimes you just need sort of junk TV, it is, I think, a little bit cringy. So is it good objectively? I would say leaning more towards no. But if you know what you're getting into and you don't have high hopes, I mean, I did watch 2 seasons of the show. So I think it depends on the mood you're in. But would I recommend the show on the show alone? No, probably not. But it did get renewed for a 3rd season, so clearly enough people like it that it is getting another season. So would love to know what you all think in the comments below. If you've seen the show, would love to know your thoughts. And if you haven't, like I said, I watched it. I don't know that I would recommend it for anyone, but if you like those types of shows, you might find yourself enjoying it as one of those shows that you can turn on and not really need to zone in. I just reviewed all of Severance, and I can't do anything while I'm watching Severance, but I could absolutely multitask during this show. Okay, so now let's talk about, is it gay? So it is, I would say. In season 1, you get to explore multiple gay, lesbian relationships through the season, some closeted, some not. And like I'll always say, that's something I love to see in shows. I love to see that relationship representation and it not needing to be the whole component of the show, but still present in the show. And so there's many main characters who are in gay relationships or just open. The lead character ends up exploring things as well. And I don't think that's as much of a spoiler as it might sound, but if it is, I'm sorry. And I think in season 2, that is even more prominent in the relationships we see, the new characters that come into the story, and for the main character also exploring her sexual identity as well. So you get to see gay relationships in many different forms through season 1 and even more through season 2. And those are the kinds of shows I love. So I didn't watch it for the hard-hitting content and storyline. I watched it for the romantic relationships and just loving to see the drama unfold between those. But it definitely is gay. So for anyone who specifically seeks out content that has those types of relationships and is forward about gay, lesbian relationships, XO has that through season 1 and season 2. So if that's your jam, I would recommend, but it's really only for that audience that is specifically seeking out those types of shows, because otherwise it's not a tremendous storyline. But if you like Emily in Paris, you might actually like the show because it feels very similar in that way. To recap, is it good? Meh. I wouldn't go as far to say good. But is it gay? It definitely is. And so if that's something that's important to you, I would recommend the show. I watched it for those reasons. If that's not something you seek out, then I probably would steer clear. So basically, if you are someone who likes shows that have gay representation throughout, you might enjoy this show. If you liked Emily in Paris, you might enjoy this show. And if you are in any other camp, I don't know if you would like the show. But that's my take on XO Kitty. It's on Netflix. It has 2 seasons right now. It's renewed for a 3rd season, so we'll see that coming soon. And I hope this mini review was helpful. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please smash the like button, consider subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one.